Nothing. You see, brothers and sisters, let me tell you, let me show you something that I told my people where I was pastoring in Buffalo. I said this. I said, be wary of the overuse of the word change. You hear? We need to change. But you know, here's specific. The whole idea is that when a person gets to the point where they feel that they would be too old-fashioned, too outdated, thwarting progress, because they will not accept change, then when the blanks are filled in, they feel predisposed to get out of the way and allow whatever change comes. And I can tell you that I left a particular church that I was pastoring, and one individual told me, Pastor, just as you said, that's what we began to hear. We need change. But there were no specifics. We just needed change. And if there was this guilty feeling laid upon the people for not being willing to change, even though nothing was actually said to say, and this is what it is. Now this goes even a step further, because when you talk about people taking risks, do you see any risk in there? Listen, let me tell you this. As a pastor over 15 years, I can tell you that any one of those programs that you just saw, they will not find one president, you will not find anyone who will say, why are you doing that? The point is that that's not the point. Did you get that? You see, brothers, listen, I'm trying to show you, and I will tell you this. I'm going to be writing the same person, so don't think I'm just here talking to you in California. I'm going to be writing an email. Details. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. See, the point is, the other shocking changes are really the issue. In fact, let me prove it to you. I don't think I'll read any more. No, let me read something to you here. We have to realize that we do not exist for ourselves. Don't we realize that already? We must turn our face outward beyond our church walls and towards it. When you see that word walls, be careful. And towards the community. You say, why be careful? Let me just say. People say we need to break down denominational walls. That's a hue and cry of the ecumenicalists. Okay? And Deacon isn't pushing for an unrecognizable form of Adventism. Did you see that? Yeah. I'm going to show you that, in fact, that's exactly what's being pushed for. Nor does he want to alienate more traditional members. Adventists, you see that word, traditional members. You see the separation. Adventism is big and strong and not dynamic enough for everyone. Now that everyone means all of philosophy is opinion. That's not what we should be doing in the last days. We don't all have to be innovators, but we shouldn't stifle our innovators either. And so on and so forth. Now let me show you this. Look at these speakers. Conference keynote speakers include Robert Wolfnow, author and chair of the Department of Sociology at Princeton University. Now don't forget, he doesn't want it to be a church that's not recognizable. But these are the keynote speakers. Leonard Sweet, the Stanley E. Jones Professor of Evangelism at True Theological School. Brothers and sisters, please. I'm going to tell you this because you know what? I'm not going to go to the other email I have because I'm going to spend a lot. Well, I've got to show you one thing off there. Let me tell you this. Look up Leonard Sweet on the internet. Leonard Sweet is a New Age believer who credits, he is an emerging futurist who credits the New Agers with his spiritual awakening. Emerging church means that there are now individuals studying to find God outside of Christianity, with the presupposition that God should not be only known as the God of Christianity. That if you search hard enough, you will find that God is also leading Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim, etc., etc. There's a man by the name of Soren Kierkegaard who says that that's how Christianity turns into idolatry when Christians believe that God is only over Christianity. That's the speaker at this conference. Do you think this would be a recognizable Adventist group after coming out from under someone who's speaking like that, whether he speaks about it or not? The point is, where can it lead? Kelly Monroe, Coolberg, founder and director of Project. Believe me, I'm going to show you the website. I'll show you the website so you can see by their write-up that each one of them is not Adventist, except for the last one. James Tucker, he's from University of Tennessee, and Julius Nair, associate professor of religion at Lowland University School of Religion, who, by the way, last year when I was in class was giving a meeting in University Church in Los Angeles, but also in classes out in Loma Linda, that on a Wednesday night, I must tell you, I was going researching. I don't like to do this because I like to have people worship, but I was going researching with my mother and father were down there, and so we went to Campus Hill Church on a Wednesday night, and there was an individual who was a former Adventist pastor, now an Anglican priest, who came to speak to the church about, you know what I'm talking about? Came to speak to the church about Waco and what's his name? Waco and Seventh-day Adventism. And then there was a rebuttal given by the chairman of the religion department at Loma Linda. And then the moderator for the two of them discussing was Julius Nair. You follow? So, in my further read-up, I found out that Julius Nair was also an emerging futurist, along with some others who were beginning to study the idea of that we should expand the knowledge, we should expand the belief, expand God's territory to include also the Hindus, the Buddhists, and so on and so forth. And don't miss what I'm saying. We are not saying that they're saying we shouldn't go out and evangelize. That's not what they're saying. I believe we should go out and evangelize everybody. No, they're saying they're trying to find God as leading out. If we keep studying their theology, or I should say their beliefs, we will find God as leading over the Hindus, the Buddhists, the Muslims, in their context. Now I'm going to ask you this question. If I start saying God is leading the Muslim, the Hindu, the Buddhist, would that be a recognizable form of Adventism? No. Well, brothers and sisters, all you have to do is just go along. And you don't know where you end up when the ride is finished. This is what I'm trying to tell you. In these last days, you need to know what you need to know. This is the website, SDAPartnersInnovation.org. I already have that up, so I guess I don't really need to use that clip. I have it up for you so you can see it. Here it is right here. There's the conference. It just passed. I have it right now on the list of the speakers, and there they are. Robert Woodall, Liz Sweet, Kelly Coolberg, James Tucker, and Julius Nair. And there they are. And if you go on that website, you'll see the afterwards. I'll have it up so you can get the exact website. But and you can see for yourself reading their education and all of their vitals. Then you will find out that they are all non-Adventists. This is what the Spirit of Prophecy has to say about such things.